Can you hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there was probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you stand before me this morning, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will stay with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by you if you plea out to your case, or the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you were arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you'd like to hire a private attorney, whether you'll be representing yourself, or whether you would like the assistance of the Public Defender's Office. You are entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know where you are. If you haven't done so yet, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right not to say anything about the facts of your case today, and I encourage you to do so. There's an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything you say, and these hearings are recorded, so anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be used against you in the prosecution down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give the court this morning will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, you can go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Mr. Smith, did you have someone on the first appearance docket?
Yes, Mr. Lauren DeWitt, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what's the last name?
DeWitt.
DeWitt. Lauren DeWitt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. DeWitt, what's your date of birth?
September 18th, 1966.
Okay, Mr. DeWitt, you're here this morning for driving under the influence. I did find probable cause for that. I do see that you have private counsel here in the courtroom.
Huh?
Lauren and Scott Smith.
That's what most people say when they hear him. Okay, Mr. DeWitt, there is probable cause for your arrest. You do have private counsel. State, does he have a prior record?
1989, resisting without. 1989, cannabis sales times
We start
2.
with 2000. Go in the 2000s.
Nothing, Judge.
Nothing from 2000. All right. All right, Mr. DeWitt, I have an address for you on Morningside Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
34, 35 years, something like
All right. Okay, considering your lack of criminal record and your ties to the community, I'm going to give you a bond of $100, and we're going to see you back to court on October 18th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
All right?
that. Yes. What day, time?
October 18th. Your attorney will remind you. He's here.
Okay.
He's going to get your paperwork today, okay?
Right. Thank you.
Scott, you're going to be checking that one.
All right. Victoria Monge. Hello. Good morning. What's your date of birth?
Yeah, a couple of months ago.
2984.
All right. You were here this morning for domestic battery. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Public Defender's Office.
Okay. I'll provisionally appoint the Public Defender to represent you. State says
Started in 2003, dropped DV. Fast forward to 2015, failure to redeliver a hired vehicle, so withhold, I think, looks like flat out petty theft. Another petty theft that was dropped in 2016. Back in January, she was arrested for aggravated battery, the deadly weapon and tampering. Looks like both of those were dropped. April, an FTA, ×2, guess on that charge. Back in August, controlled substance without prescription and paraphernalia. I'm not sure if those are still pending.
Okay. Ms. Monge, do you have a pending felony case right now?
She does, Judge. Here it is.
I do?
2017 CF 1755.
Okay. I figured because she was served with this warrant in jail. So. Okay, what you've been arrested for today is based on a warrant signed by Judge Eineman back on August 31st, just so you know, concerning something that happened on August 28th. So there is probable cause. I've appointed the public defender. Do we know when she's...
She's set to go back before Judge Tom
Yeah.
today.
I'm just concerned about the dates. This is something that happened on August 28th. Do we know when the day of offense or when the arrest was for 2017 CF 1755?
Sorry. I do not.
Okay. But is she no bond on that case? She hasn't bonded out. She's in custody, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
The arrest date is showing 8/9.
Okay. Is she eligible for bond on that case, Madam Clerk?
Okay, it looks like Judge Hitzman set bonds at 2,000 and 1,000.
That's a CF case, though.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you mean at first appearance it was set at 2 and 1? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. You haven't bonded out on the felony case, right, Ms. Monk?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Your Honor, it looks like she turned herself in yesterday.
Okay. Oh, so she wasn't in custody, so she turned herself in on this warrant. Okie dokie. Okay, so Ms. Monk, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to give you a bond on this domestic battery case because you are entitled to have a bond on that case. So I'm going to give you a bond of $1,000. I'm also going to order that you have no contact with the victim in this case, Tarek Varela. No contact whatsoever with him, okay? So do not call, do not write, do not email. Any way that you can think of having contact with him, I forbid you to do so. If you do have contact with him while this case is pending, you'll be arrested for new charge, and you will be held without bond because you violated your bond conditions, okay? I'm also going to hold you until 4 p.m. on that in case Mr. Varela wants to file an injunction against you. But seem to matter because what happened is you committed this crime, it looks like, while you were out on bond on 2017 CF 1755. It looks like you bonded out on that case and then you went out and committed this domestic or this battery. So what I'm going to do is, pursuant to Florida Statute 903.0471, is I'm going to recommit you on the 2017 CF 1755 case. So you're going to be held without bond on that case until these cases are resolved, okay? We're going to see you back to court on this case on October 18th at 9 a.m. and someone from the Public Defender's Office will be out to see you soon, okay? Patrice Mazzarella.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Mazzarella. What's your date of birth?
5/18/76.
Okay. You are here this morning for a aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and a violation of probation. First, with regard to the aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Public Defender's Office.
Okay, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Am I allowed to say anything, Your Honor?
I wouldn't say anything about the facts of your case.
Because it was at my house. I was assaulted in my house.
Okay, well, that would
I don't-
concern the facts of your case, wouldn't it?
Ms. Mazzarella, this is Mr. Bowers. The judge has tried to protect your rights and had asked that you not discuss the facts because they will be used against you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Mazzarella, this is not a hearing to determine your guilt or innocence. I'm sure you have certain defenses, and your attorney will present those defenses for you. This is just a hearing to determine your bond, okay? And I understand that you don't have a right to defend yourself right now, so that's why it's just a bond hearing. It has nothing to do with the facts.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, the bond on that is $10,000. State the ship fire record.
Not sure what's instant and what's not. I'm showing petty theft from July, petty theft from August, 2 petty thefts from August.
Your Honor, she is currently on probation right now. She just went on September the 7th.
Yeah, I have her.
Petty theft, and she has 2 consecutive cases
Okay.
There you go.
also.
Okay, I have the violation of probation. I'm getting to that. I just
Nothing
kind of
before that, Judge.
figure out the bond on this case. Okay. All right, Ms. Mazzarella, we have an address for you on Dundee Court in Weekiwachi. Is that where you live?
Yes.
All right. How long have you lived there?
A year?
All right. Do you have a job?
No, on disability.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and keep your bond at $10,000 on this case. As a condition of bond, I want you to have no contact with Jennifer Rickert. If you have any contact with Jennifer Rickert whatsoever, or have anyone else have any contact with her, you'll violate my conditions and you'll be rearrested and held with that bond, okay? On the
I
next
do
case,
have a bail of,
I'm sorry?
bail of 10,000. That's the bail.
For that case, your bond is $10,000, yes. And now I'm getting to your violation of probation, okay? You've been arrested for violation of probation. It looks like a PC arrest
Yes.
for the original charge of petty theft. So I did find probable cause for that. I'll appoint the public defender's office. I'm going to hold you without bond on that case, so there's no bond, and we'll see you back to court on October 18th at 9 a.m. Or actually, it should be, it looks like a Judge Hitzman case. So we'll put it on.
Was it?
Yes, it is, Judge Hitzman.
I thought she was in your court.
Yeah.
Not for this case.
17 MM 2756 is Judge Hitzman.
So put it on for November 1st at 9 o'clock. Okay, so we'll see you back on that case on November 1st, and someone from the public defender's office will be out to see you soon, okay?
What's the date on the ag back? I apologize, sure.
That was October 23rd at 8:30 a.m.
Thank you.
Jamie Salvato.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your date of birth, Jamie?
April 3rd, 1995.
Okay. You were here today for a DUI. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public Defender's Office.
I'll go ahead and provisionally appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State issue for prior record.
2015, a prior DUI, and then December of 2016, leaving the scene of an accident. That's all I'm showing.
Jamie, you're 22 years old?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I have an address for you on Martina Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yep.
How long have you lived there?
About 12 years.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yeah.
What kind of work do you do?
I work for an insurance company.
Okay. All right, well, it looks like the state is telling me, and I don't want you to say anything, but it looks like your second DUI within 2 years, so it's not good, Jamie. Based on that, I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. We're going to see you back to court on October 18th at 9 a.m. If you're unable to bond out, someone from the public defender's office will be out to see you, okay?
All right.
Catherine Bellis.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Bellis. What's your date of birth?
5889.
Okay, you are here this morning for a battery. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Okay.
I'm unsure at this moment in time.
You're not sure? Okay, I'll put you down as self-represented. State that you have a prior record.
2008 DV, 2012 DV drop, 2012 DV drop, 2015 DV drops.
Okay. All right, Ms. Bellis, I have an address for you on Surfside Circle in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
A little over 2 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
I do. I own my own company.
Okay. We're going to keep your bond at $1,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim, Virginia Pointer.
Pointer.
Okay. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Any way that you can imagine having contact with her, don't do it. If you or somebody on your behalf has contact with Ms. Pointer while this case is pending, you'll be rearrested and held without bond until your case is resolved. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, may I say this? I was actually in the middle of moving all of my stuff and trying to sell it so I can move out west.
Okay.
So I don't know. I have a trailer at a flea market right now, and I can't do anything with it right now. So I'm just trying to understand what we can probably do.
Okay. Well, I mean, that sounds like something you've got to wrap your mind around. For right now, I'm going to keep your bond at $1,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim, and I'm going to see you back to court on October 18th at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Should I have a private judge? I missed that.
So,
She spelled out his name, yes. Julie Stokowski.
Morning.
Ms. Stokowski, what's your date of birth?
11/18/73.
Okay. You were here this morning for a burglary. I did not find probable cause for a burglary. The state is shaking his head. He agrees with me.
I do, Judge.
Okay. I do find probable cause for a trespass, though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a bond on a trespass. And if the state gives me more information and they have probable cause for a burglary, then, that will change. But for right now's purposes, I'm going to find probable cause for a trespass. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the public defender's office to represent you, state.
Looks like a first offense, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Ms. Stokowski, you don't actually have an address, right?
No.
You don't have a home right now?
No.
Okay. All right, so here's my concern with this is that I can give her a bond of $100. She's not going to make it. And then she's going to sit in jail for a few weeks on a trespass for a first offense. Or I could get her back on first appearance tomorrow morning. If the charge will be changed as a trespass, and she can plead to the trespass tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning here?
Oh, it's in front of Judge Eineman down at the jail.
I'll be there.
Could she resolve at the jail without a court clerk?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, Your Honor, I'll take a look at this. I'll get back to your office later today. Let you know what my thoughts are. Because right now, obviously, she was arrested for the felony, so...
I understand. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, Ms. Stokowski, is I'm going to give you a bond of $100 on this case. You're welcome to bond out on that if you can. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the state 24 hours to amend the probable cause affidavit to see whether they want to go forward on the burglary or not. And we're going to bring you back to first appearance tomorrow morning. It'll be in front of a judge at the jail there with Judge Eineman. So I'll see you back tomorrow. If you don't bond out, we'll see you back tomorrow morning at first appearance, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Which is doing first from your office?
No idea yet.
Okay.
I'll find out.
Yeah, just,
Lauren Smith. Hi, Ms. Smith. What's your date of birth?
12/6/90.
All right. You were here this morning. It looks like you failed to appear in front of Judge Hitzman back on September 20th for driving while license suspended or revoked. And bond on that is $2,000 right now. State, is there an offer for her to resolve it today?
No, Your Honor, not today, but I do have her family here that wish to address the court.
Okay. On bond issues?
I'm not sure what they would address.
Oh, okay. All right. Ms. Smith. Is it Ms. Smith or Ms. Green? What's your name?
Smith.
Smith? Okay. Did you want to see about resolving your case today?
Yes.
Okay. State, does she have a prior record?
2011 grand theft conviction. 2011 misdemeanor DV conviction. 2011 grand theft conviction. 2011 looks like she went to prison for violation on everything. Pretty much as soon as she got out of prison, grand theft conviction, paraphernalia in 2016, petty theft 2017, which may be the instant case, and her FTA.
Right.
Also, looks like some stuff from out of state, maybe Indiana.
Okay. Okay. We have someone here from her family that wanted to speak. You can come on up. Okay. Good morning. Raise your right hand for me. Swear from testimony before the court be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Okay. What is your name?
Kendra Ruppe.
Okay. And how are you associated with?
I am Lauren's mother.
Okay. All right.
My issue this morning is this, and I understand that it's only a bond hearing, and there's not a lot that we can do, but I am I'm praying for time that I can file an emergency hearing for like a March Act or get an ex parte order, whatever I have to do to try to get to a drug rehab. She is carrying an unborn child, and it's just her drug use is out of control. Okay. And I'm trying to protect her life and the unborn child.
Okay.
So I just need a few hours to try and get that set into motion. And I know this is only a bond hearing, and there's only so much you can do. I understand, Your Honor.
Okay.
I understand.
And you know where you need to go in the courthouse to file that?
Yes,
report?
ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you understand she's only charged here with a second-degree misdemeanor.
Yes,
so I'm going to give her the option to take care of her case today. The bond is $2,000. It doesn't sound like she can bond out without you, so that part is really up to you whether you're going to bond her out. But Ms. Smith, if you want to take care of your case today, we'll go ahead and give you 60 days jail with credit for the time that you have in. Is that something you want to go ahead and take care of today?
No, ma'am.
We never do. So what we'll do is we're going to keep your bond at $2,000, and we're going to see you back to court on October 18th. I've appointed the public defender. If you're unable to bond out, the public defender will be out to see you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Jeffrey Bolton.
And Judge, Mr. Bolton's mother is present as well.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Mr. Bolton, what's your date of birth?
3/31/95.
Okay. You were here this morning, it looks like, for a violation of community control. And there's no bond on that right now. So there is probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public Defender's Office.
Okay. Public defender's office is appointed. Did the family have anything they want to say on this? Or
Yes,
here
I
to
believe she
observe?
wants to address you. My understanding is that she's indicated Mr. Bolton has some pretty severe medical issues that are ongoing and potentially has a surgery scheduled. I've explained to her that it is a violation signed by a circuit judge, and the only thing that I'd ask is the court consider placing him on the next Turner docket, which, Madam Clerk, I think that was 10-9? Is that 10-9 or 10-7?
The next available is October 9th. That's an regular docket.
I can do that. He loves when I do that. Okay. All right, Mr. Bolton, you understand that this is a no bond warrant signed by Judge Toner, and he's asking for no bond on your case, and I'm not inclined to change that. So I'm going to keep that at no bond right now. But what we'll do is we're going to move up your court date so that your attorney will have the opportunity to argue a motion for bond in front of Judge Toner on October 9th at 8:30 in the morning, okay? So we've moved it up a couple weeks for you. So someone from the public defender's office will be out to see you shortly, okay?
Did you have anything that you wanted to address other than that?
She's not going to change anything on the bond.
No, I'm not going to change the bond. Okay, we did move up the date, and his attorney will file whatever paperwork they need to in front of Judge Toner, and Judge Toner will consider changing his bond. I'm not going to change Judge Toner's bond. Okay?
That's why it's important that you get all those medical records and get them down to our office.
Benjamin Franklin
Okay.
Gary.
Just down the hall, through the wood double doors, first door on the right, room 300.
Mr. Gary, what's your date of birth?
3/14/76.
All right, you are here today for a violation of probation, warrant signed by Judge Merritt on August 22nd. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Private attorney.
Okay, who do you have?
I'm not sure. I would know probably this afternoon.
Okay.
Most likely it'll be, I think Brown is his last name.
All right. We're going to keep it for no bond. No bond right now. We're going to see you back to court on October 31st. That's Judge Merritt.
Yes, that's a good one.
Okay. I'll see you back October 31st at 9 a.m., okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Matthew Hammond.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Hammond, what's your date of birth?
March 20th, 1984.
All right, you were here this morning for 4 counts of violation of probation. There's no bond on those. It looks like that was a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on February 15th, 2017. We're going to keep each of those with no bond. Do you want me to appoint the public defender?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. We'll see you back in court on October 31st at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I've been in transit from Texas on extradition for 15 days. Is there any way that I could be able to make a free phone call from the jail to call my wife in Texas?
You're entitled to make a phone call. If you haven't done so yet, they'll get you to do that today, okay? We'll make sure you get a phone call.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Joel Lewis. Mr. Lewis, what's your date of birth?
7/20/1980.
Okay, Mr. Lewis, you were here this morning for a grand theft. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
PDL.
Okay. Like the PD. And this is based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt back in March of 2017. State the prior record?
Yes, Your Honor. Would you like me to skip the first 9 pages, which are predate 2000?
Yeah.
Beginning in 2000, aggravated assault on Leo, conviction. 2001, false name to Leo, conviction. 2001, indecent exposure, conviction. 2001, battery, conviction. 2001, Dwellis. 2001, petty theft, false name to Leo, and Dwellis, also an FTA. 2002, petty theft, felony petty theft, false name to Leo again. 2002, robbery, looks like strong arm. Looks like he went to prison on that. 2002, petty theft and marijuana possession. 2002, DV. Looks like that was a false imprisonment that was dropped. 2002, petty theft, felony petty theft again. And marijuana possession, misdemeanor. Back to prison. 2008, smuggling contraband in. I'm not sure how much time he did on that stint, but fast forward to 2013. Aggravated battery, aggravated assault, DV. Battery conviction, 2014. Failure to comply with something or other. 2016, DV. Kidnapping, battery, conditional release violation ×3. Looks like... I'm not sure of the resolution on those charges, Your Honor, out of Pasco.
All right.
It looks like he also has an alias judge, a couple of aliases, Joe Scott and Joel Scott as well.
Okay. All right, Mr. Lewis, I have an address for you in On Chisholm Road in Pensacola. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Where do you live?
Spring Hill,
What's the address?
2344 Covington Ave.
2344 what?
Covington Ave.
What's the zip code there?
34608.
How long have you lived there?
2 years.
Do you have a job?
They just extradited from prison. I just got out.
Okay. All right. Well, based on your prior record and the fact that you have a couple aliases and a couple failure to appears, looks like you're in violations of probation. Your current bond is $2,000, so I'm going to set that at $10,000. We're going to see you back to court on October 23rd at 8:30 in the morning. If you're unable to bond out, someone from the public defender's office will come out and see you, okay? Jonathan Peck. Mr. Peck, what's your date of birth?
6/13/78.
Okay. You are here this morning for a grand theft auto. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? Do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State to see the prior record.
2001 FTA. Not sure of the charge. 2002 Dwillis out of Kissimmee. 2003 FTA, false name to Leo. Looks like he's convicted, false name to Leo. 2003 FTA. 2004 Dwillis habitual, false name to Leo. 2004 probation violation on that. Petty theft conviction in 2004 out of Pasco. Looks like he was arrested in robbery, but that wasn't resolved. 2004 FTA times 2. A month later, another FTA. 2005 Dwillis habitual conviction. 2005 uttering and a probation violation times 2. 2006 another probation violation. 2007 looks like a string of burglaries that all resolved to, I'm not sure the sentence on that. Looks like a little more than a year in state prison. 2007 false name to Leo, back to prison. 2008 felony Dwillis again, controlled substance by fraud was a conviction. 2008 felony Dwillis again, probation violation. 2009 grand theft. 2009 Dwillis habitual again. 2009 violation of probation again. 2010 burglary, aggravated battery, and tampering with a witness, all convictions. 2011 dealing stolen property. 2011 that second conviction, back to prison. 2013 Dwillis, controlled substance, resisting without, paraphernalia, all convictions, back to prison. 2014 DV and trespass and cyber stalking, it looks like. Yep, all convictions. 2015 a violation of probation. 2016 driving while permanently revoked. I'm not sure what happened with that charge. I was here in Hernando. 2017, I'm not sure what's going on in Pasco. An FTA out of Hernando back last month. That's all I'm showing, Judge.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it, sir. Oh, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Peck, I have an address for you on Star Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
All my life. 20 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, due to your remarkable criminal record, I'm showing at least 6 FTAs, at least 6 violation of probations, and 2-3 stints in prison. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set your bond at $25,000. We're going to see you back to court October 23rd at 8:30 in the morning. I've appointed the public defender. If you're unable to bond out, someone will come out and see you soon, okay?
Okay.
Matthew Ray.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ray, what is your date of birth?
7/30/88.
Okay. You are here this morning for a violation of probation. Okay. There's no bond on that warrant. It looks like it's out of Hillsborough County, so we're going to keep that no bond, and Hillsborough County is going to come and get you sometime within the next 5 days. When you do get down to Hillsborough County, you'll see another judge, and you'll get a court date from him or her, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Jonathan Shepard.
Morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Shepard, what's your date of birth?
March 10th, 1987.
Okay, you were here this morning for one count of dealing in stolen property. The bond is currently $5,000, and defrauding a pawnbroker, the bond is currently $5,000. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public Defender's
I'll
Office.
appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Stage.
2006, felony cannabis, violation of probation. Felony cannabis withhold. Looks like the next year. 2010 DV, which was dropped. 2010 petty thefts. 2011 petty thefts. 2012 interference with custody and petty thefts and paraphernalia last month.
Okay.
Not sure what happened with that, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Shepard, do you have a case pending right now, a misdemeanor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What judge is that in front of?
You, I believe.
Is it me?
Yes.
He was here earlier this week on another charge.
Yeah, I was here yesterday morning.
I believe that when did a burglary on, involving the same, it was the same issue. It's the bat.
Okay, I remember. All right, but he's got a possession of paraphernalia in front of me. Did we?
You said
RTO
you
him?
dropped it. R&R.
It was dropped?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Oh,
I believe
because I ROR'd it doesn't mean it was dropped.
Oh.
I probably ROR'd because there was no...
Presumptive test, I
right,
believe.
yeah. But do we know when the arrest date on the paraphernalia was?
Same day.
So is it this week? Is that when he was arrested on the paraphernalia this week?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm
Okay.
thinking that it
Same
was
thing.
part of
Okay.
the arrest that we were here yesterday on.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to keep your bonds the same here at $5,000 each, and we're going to see you back to court October 23rd at 8:30 a.m., and someone from the public defender's office will come out and see you shortly, okay?
Thank you.
Kaylin Slaughter. Mr. Slaughter, what's your date of birth?
9/3/87.
Okay, you are here this morning for a failure to appear. It looks like in front of Judge Hitzman on June 29th of this year. So there is probable cause for your arrest. The original charge was for a battery. Is there an offer for him to clear something?
It's a DV case, Judge. I don't know anything about it. So
Okay, is it domestic battery? Just
Yeah, that's the way it looks, Judge. In addition, it looks like he picked up new charges in St. Petersburg.
Okay.
I just signed on those. They just transferred me from St. Petersburg yesterday.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to keep the bond at $2,000 on this case, and we're just going to see you back to court on October 18th at 9 a.m. If you're unable to bond out, someone from the public defender's office will come out and see you shortly, okay?
Yeah.
Daniel Zick. Good morning, Mr. Zick. What's your date of birth?
1/16/86.
Okay, you were here this morning for a domestic battery. Currently, there's no bond on that. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
I have to get a lawyer.
You're going to hire somebody? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, state, safer paragraph.
DV in 2013, DV in 2016. Looks like both of those were dropped.
So no prior convictions.
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Mr. Zick, I have an address for you on Aloe Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
3 years, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a carpenter.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond on this case. I'm also going to order that you have no contact with Tony Zick. Okay, if you have any contact with her or have anyone else have any contact with her whatsoever while this case is pending, you'll be rearrested for a new charge and you will be held without bond until you resolve your cases. Do you understand that?
I understand, ma'am.
Do not have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not write, do not call, do not email, do not have anyone else write, call, or email. If you see her out somewhere, you need to turn around and go the other way. And even if she calls you, you need to hang up the phone. You are ordered to have absolutely no contact with her whatsoever.
I will. Thank you.
I'm going to give you a bond of $1,000 on this case. I'm going to hold you until 4 p.m. today in case Ms. Zick wants to file an injunction against you. And we're going to see you back to court on October 18th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay? Frank Stokowski. Mr. Stokowski, what's your date of birth?
8/13/73.
Okay, you were here this morning for a burglary of a dwelling. I think, did I have your wife earlier? Is that your wife or?
Yes, that's my wife.
Okay. Did you hear what I told her?
Yes.
That's the case? All right. I don't find probable cause for a burglary. I do find probable cause for a trespass. So what we're going to do is does he have a prior record?
Petty theft to 95. That's it.
Okay. I'm going to give you a bond of $100. You're welcome to bond out for $100 and come back to court on October 23rd. However, if you're unable to bond out or you choose not to bond out, we're going to have a probable cause hearing tomorrow morning at first appearance. I'm going to have the jail bring both of you at first appearance tomorrow morning. And that you may be able to resolve your case tomorrow morning instead of having to come back to court on October 23rd, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we'll see you tomorrow morning. And I'm not going to appoint the public defender yet. We'll wait to see what happens tomorrow morning. Okay, Scott Walters. What's your date of birth?
1/28/70.
You are here today for a possession of methamphetamine. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
I just ready to take care of it today.
And you're not going to be able to take care of it today. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office? Provision for the public defender's office, state.
Cannabis 02, cannabis in 2014, and a no valid last year to withhold. It looks like he has some out-of-state stuff, but I can't confirm that today.
Okay. All right, Mr. Walters, I have an address for you on Sylvia Point in Homosassa. Is that where you live? Speaking to the microphone.
Said yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
5 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Clean out houses and properties on foreclosed homes.
Okay. I'm going to keep your bond at $2,000, and we'll see you back to court October 23rd at 8:30 a.m. If you're unable to bond out, someone from the public defender's office will come out and see you, okay? Christopher Hall.
Spent
Mr. Hall, what's your date of birth?
10/14/1989.
Okay, you were here this morning for a burglary of a dwelling and a stalking.
I thought my part was criminal mischief.
Nope. I have a
No.
burglary and a stalking. Is there another one? Am I missing one? Is there a criminal mischief somewhere? I don't have it.
I don't.
That's what I was told yesterday. It was just criminal mischief I was charged with.
Okay, well, this morning I'm advising you that what you've been arrested for is a burglary of a dwelling and a stalking charge. I did find probable cause for that. It's a little thin, but I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Like a public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State.
2005, juvenile shoplifting. 2007, juvenile aggravated battery. 2007, as an adult, no valid driver's license. 2007, aggravated battery, which is dropped. 2009, grand theft, so withhold. 2010, misdemeanor DV. 2010, dealing stolen property, false ownership, convictions on both, times a couple. 2010, violated his probation on that. 2014, arrested for burglary, pled down to trespass and criminal mischief. 2014, dealing stolen property. 2014, violated his probation. Looks like he went to prison on that. 2015, petty theft, second or subsequent. 2017, back in June in Pasco, battery, sale of heroin and paraphernalia. It looks like that may still be open.
Sell heroin?
Hey, nobody's talking to you. Be quiet.
Charge says heroin sales over 10 grams, Schedule 1.
Then you guys have the wrong docket.
So I'm showing, Judge.
Mr. Hall, I have an address for you at Greenbrier Court in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
That would be my address that I was just recently at, yes.
How long were you recently at there?
The address was maybe 3 months at the most.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Not at the moment. The address before there was 12908 Willoughby Lane, where Pasco County released me to. And that was a battery with possession of marijuana and possession of paraphernalia.
Okay.
Not heroin.
Mr. Mr. Hall, this is not an argument that we're getting into. The little chat here going on, not appropriate.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm asking the state what they have. This is not an opportunity for you to insert your arguments, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a job?
Not at the moment. I was supposed to be returning to Checkers today for my, re-enrollment, rehire.
Okay. I'm going to keep the burglary at $15,000 for the stalking charge. I'm going to set that at $5,000. I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case the victim in that case, Kimberly Lewis, wants to file an injunction against you. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Miss Lewis whatsoever. Do not call her. Do not write her. Do not email her. Do not have anyone else call, write, or email her. If you have any contact with Miss Lewis in any way, you will be held without bond and you'll be charged with another crime. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to see you back to court on October 23rd at 8:30 a.m. Someone from the Public Defender's Office will see you shortly. Nicholas Kane. Now, what's going on with him? We had him yesterday. This is different?
I don't have paperwork for him.
Oh, is it? Okay. Do you guys have Nicholas Kane there, or is this just paperwork from yesterday?
No, ma'am. It must be paperwork from yesterday.
All right, so we got everybody?
Mr. Nadeau.
No, I still have a Jamie Nadu.
He was in yesterday.
Okay.
But I have paperwork for him.
Okay, Jamie Nadu. I have a no victim contact notice with Nicholas Kane's name on it with a PC for Jamie Nadu. Mr. Nadu, what's your date of birth?
9/1986.
All right. You are here today for a grand theft auto?
I guess so.
I'm guessing so too. Is that what you were here for yesterday?
No, I was here for driving without license yesterday.
Okay, okay. All right. Okay, this is from something that happened back in August. So, all right, there's probable cause for your arrest. Did we appoint the public defender yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to appoint the public defender in this case as well?
Yes.
Okay. Appoint the public defender's office. The bond is $2,000. We'll keep
It says
it.
12 on mine.
Oh, I thought that was part of the dollar sign. Why would it be $12,000? That's not a scheduled bond for anything. 12,000.
2,000 be scheduled, Judge.
I think it's supposed to be 2. I think that's part of the dollar sign.
State agrees, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay.
$2,000 bond. I'm going to keep it at $2,000. We're going to see you back October 23rd at 8:30 a.m. Someone from the PD's office will be out to see you soon, okay?
I hope so.
Okay. All right. Now did we get everybody for a first appearance?
What date is it?
Yes, everyone for first.
Okay.